Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Too Live Shine, and I'm here with a brand new video. Today I wanted time to talk about the Black Ops 4 beta that was just out this past weekend. I got to play it for a decent amount of time, so I wanted to get on here and just talk about how I like the beta, what I dislike about the beta. Just give my thoughts on everything that I thought about the beta. So that's what we about to do right now. The gameplay that you're gonna be seeing is a gameplay that I had during the beta. I think I went like 45 and 10. So let's go ahead and get right into this. So first thing I want to start on is basically the stuff that I do like about the game. So the maps are pretty good. The couple of maps that they did let us play during the beta, I did kind of like the maps. It kept the action going. What else? Like the flow of the game with the maps, it was pretty good. I like how, basically the maps and the flow was pretty good. And I did like how the guns were. That's the biggest thing I did like about the beta. I like how the gun variety was. So like you can play with almost all of the ARs, almost all the submachine guns, the snipers, the burst rifles, every gun in all the categories was pretty good. I did like that. So that was a big upside to me, because like having gun variety just keeps the game good. So that was good. And the game modes are pretty good. I like how they play with the maps and the flow and everything like that, especially the new game mode. They all were pretty good. But what I wanted to talk about mainly is what I didn't like about the game. So the first thing that I didn't like, I did not like how the streaks were. It probably was about between 8 to 12 streaks. They wasn't really good. It was like the last two, like the two best streaks was good. The attack helicopter was good. The rest were pretty useless. I feel like they need to add more streaks, in my opinion, to keep the variety of streaks, just like with guns. They need to add more streaks. And from the streaks, the biggest thing for me with this Black Ops 4 beta was the health. They need to completely redo the health. I don't know why they got everybody with 150 health. It's entirely too much. The time to kill is too long. It makes the gunfights long. It kind of is going to make it where it will be times where you feel like you're just getting one kill and dying. Like obviously you're going to go on like little spurts and streaks and stuff, but you're going to be getting one kill and dying because the health is so long. Like it takes so long to kill people. That's like the biggest impact to me on this game, is how much health you have. I feel like 150 is too much. I feel like they need to make it go back to a 100 or like 125, because they got 150 and you put armor on, and that gives you an extra 50. So in overall, like in all actuality, you can have 200 health. I mean, that's entirely too long. Even with the older Call of Duties with 100 health, it took between 3 to 6 bullets to kill, depending on the gun, the connection, the lag, like everything, the lag, the latency, all of this stuff. But now you put an extra like 50, so it's gonna take 5 to 8 bullets to kill somebody. Plus you never know how the connection is. That connection can make it sometimes feel longer, sometimes feel shorter. So like I feel like it kind of can add more inconsistency, because the health is so much and you got to shoot somebody for so long. Like you can, it's like some people could say it's a good and a bad thing, because it's gonna make the better people seem good and all of this stuff. But I don't think so, because like you got to keep your aim on for a long amount of time, but it's just not that. It's just not good. So that's like the biggest thing for me is the health. They need to put it back down. So the next thing they got manual regen. You gotta press the left bumper to give yourself a shot to bring your health back up. So that, if you actually played the game, in my opinion, it made it seem useless. Like, it was pointless to have it in the game. Like, you could tell they just did it for something new in the game. Like, so I kind of didn't like that much, and it was kind of pointless to have that in the game. And then, like, when you use it, you instantly heal up. Like, you instantly be full health in like a second. Like a second, no more than 2 seconds, you back up to 150 no matter where you at. So like it changed the game. Nobody is really one shot anymore. You shoot him, if he slightly get behind something, he's going to be jumping out at you within a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds. Like he's going to constantly be able to challenge you back because of that. So I don't really like that. I feel like they need to put the automatic healing back in the game. It just would make sense. Like if you killing people, you on a streak, you getting double, triple, you trying to keep going, you gotta focus on shooting, keep your aim on, drop shot and jump shot and healing every time you get a kill. That could throw your aim off. Like, it's just too much that you gotta do at one time. I feel like the game would be better if they didn't have the auto regen in, and basically that's how I feel about them two things. And if we go over to the specialists, they not really OP. I don't know, this would be like in the middle, like Dan dislike. They not really OP. It kind of seemed like that was another thing that the game could have went without, is the specialists. So like it was cool. The Tempest was kind of OP if you can actually keep your shot on, but most of them kinda isn't that bad. It does go with the game a little bit, but if you play it, like, you can go the whole game and not use none of your specialists, nothing, and then you will still do good. It'll still go with the game. So like when I do that, it makes it seem like it was pointless in the game. So that was a big thing with me with the specialists. But what else could they did better? Tone the armor down. That's pretty much the like and dislike. But the last thing I want to go over is, like I said, what I feel like they can do to make this game better. Because I did have a lot of fun grinding the game. It brought back memories of like Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3 kind of days. So what I feel like they could do to make the game better, starting from the guns. It was all of the ARs is good. Some of them you throw rapid fire on, they even better. I feel like the very first sub is good. They need to kind of buff the other subs so you can kind of compete a little bit more. But once you do that, the guns are pretty balanced for real. I kind of like how the guns are, so I feel like they need to just buff the submachine guns. What they need to do, add more streaks to the game and have a more variety of streaks that you can use, make them stronger, because you want to make it seem like a reward. Like, I got 8 kills in a row, 10 kills, 12 kills. Now I got this OP thing that takes half of the, like almost the whole team to destroy. So while they trying to destroy it, you getting killed. You want to make it seem like an actual reward to do this stuff, not you get this many amount of kills and it barely gets you something, so now it's pointless to run any streaks but UAV, counter UAV. Like, you don't want it to be like that. So I feel like they need to add more streaks and kind of make them a little better. So going to the health thing, like I said, I feel like the health need to go down to 100 or 120 if they want to change something, because that's probably adding one more bullet. 150 is adding like 2 to 3, 4 maybe bullets, depending on the gun, connection, everything like that. So I don't really like that. I feel like they need to bring the health down to the normal 100 or 125, because it messes up the flow of the game. All the gunfights take real long, so it gives you time to get shot in the back, double team, triple team. It just adds more randomness to the gunfights because the health is a lot more. So I feel like they need to bring it down, or they can make the guns do more damage or make the guns stronger. So even though it's 150 health the most bullets it take to kill is about 6. So it is more health, but it's the kill time is still like a good, like decent amount of time. Not as more health and a long TTK, like it's too much. So that's my point on that. I feel like they need to nerf the armor a lot, because basically they have these armor piercing rounds that you put on as an attachment. Basically you have to run them. So I feel like they need to fix it to where you don't have to run armor piercing rounds because the armor's too good. So I feel like they need to nerf the armor. Instead of it giving you 50, it give you like 10 to 25 extra health. So that would go good with 100 health or 125, and then it puts you up to 150. Like, so I feel like they need to nerf that. This is one little thing that I kind of noticed that I don't know if it will help or not, but I feel like with the high health and the high TTK, it is a lot going on when it comes to a gunfight. So you already have a long gunfight, you got to keep your aim on longer, stuff like that. So while you shooting somebody, you get the flash of the gun on from your screen and his screen. You get bullet trails from both guns flying at each other. Explosions in the background, your screen shaking, your screen flashing red. I feel like it's a lot going on the screen during your gunfights. Plus you have to keep your aim on for a longer amount of time. That's just my opinion. So like, I feel like what they could do is kind of take the bullet trails off for only like snipers or something. Snipers and like burst guns, like the heavier guns, snipers and LMGs or something, like they can only have bullet trails on them kind of guns or something like that, because it is a lot going down or a lot going on down on the gunfights or whatever. Or they could tone the flash down, like the muzzle flash or whatever. They could tone that down a little bit. What else? So, but besides that, I feel like it's pretty good. The connection was good. The hit detection was good. Were pretty good, yeah. So I feel like the health is the biggest thing with the game, but besides that, it was still fun to grind. It wasn't like you got tired of it fast. It had some replayability to it if you were playing with people. Like, I'm still not a big fan of solo, but if you were playing with the group, you can play for hours on end and not really get tired just because the gun variety. I feel like that's why I would like them to make some of the submachine guns more compatible with or comparable to the ARs, so that adds even more variety to the game. That would be great. So besides that, I really did like the game. It really does have potential to at least be around or maybe even better than like Black Ops 3. I feel like, because out of this last like 4 or 5 titles that came out, like with the futuristic from A-Dub all the way to now, I feel like Black Ops 3 was the best out of the last 5 years or whatever, or last 4, however many. So I feel like it does have the potential to be the best modern Call of Duty. Not nothing near the older Call of Duties like Black Ops 2, MW3, none of them. But I feel like the recent Call of Duties, it has the potential to be the best one, but they just need to work on and do some changes. So thanks for watching the video, y'all. If y'all do have any thoughts or comments on what I said, please leave them down below. I want to get y'all opinion on everything that I just talked about. Tell me what y'all like, what y'all didn't like, if y'all agreed or disagreed with what I was talking about. So like I said, let me know anything y'all got to say down below, and subscribe to the channel. I've been going live playing Madden. I know 2K coming out pretty soon. I'm going to be live streaming that a lot, and then once Call of Duty come out, it's going to be a grind for that as well. So I do live stream every day or every other day, and I'm going to start trying to post videos more, but right now I'm just streaming. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of me, and thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. This has been your boy 2LiveShine, and I'm out. Peace.
I was always out here tryna get it. My niggas know that if I got it, we all gonna split it. Had to cop a couple fish to get these hoes' attention. Now I'm chasing after money like I'm on a mission. I got some body bag niggas.